I work security at Frankfurt Airport. Last month, an American tried to skip the entire customs line because he had TSA pre-check. Not global entry, TSA pre-check. For domestic US flights. He walked straight past 200 people, flashed his phone at me and said, "I'm pre-approved." I told him this was Germany. He stared at me like I'd spoken Martian. "TSA is federal," he explained slowly, like I was simple. "That means international." I pointed to the sign that said, "All passengers." He squinted at it. "That's for tourists. I'm pre-checked." He genuinely believed his Dallas Airport FastPass worked in Frankfurt. When I made him join the line, he threatened to call the American embassy for having to wait in line at customs in a foreign country. My colleague in Amsterdam once watched an American argue that his driver's license was basically a passport for Europe because it had a flag on it. He'd flown internationally with just his driver's license. He made it onto the plane somehow, cleared US exit, and only got stopped at Amsterdam arrival. "It's a real ID," he kept saying like that was a magic phrase. "It works for Canada." My colleague explained that Canada and the EU have different rules. "But you guys are closer to us than Canada is." Geographically, he meant. He thought physical distance determined passport requirement. The confidence is what kills me. They're never uncertain. They're always teaching us how our airports work. I worked the airline lounge at Copenhagen Airport. An American showed up with a credit card demanding entry. Not a lounge membership card. His Discover card. He slapped it on my desk like it was a golden ticket. "Lounge access comes with this," he announced. I asked which lounge program. He looked confused. "The airport lounge. I pay an annual fee." I explained our lounge was SAS operated, requiring Star Alliance Gold or business class. He cut me off. "I have a premium card. The fee is $400 a year." I told him that was his credit card fee, not lounge access. He pulled up his card benefits on his phone, scrolling. "It says right here, airport lounge access twice per year." I looked. It was for specific US lounges. Partner lounges. With restrictions. None in Copenhagen. He wasn't having it. I called Discover. They confirmed I have lounge access in Europe. I asked if they named this lounge specifically. He waved that away. They said participating lounges. You're at an airport. You're participating. The circular logic was airtight in his mind. I showed him our partnership list. Discover wasn't on it. "Then your list is wrong," he said simply. He demanded I call my manager to update the system. When my manager arrived and repeated everything I'd said, he accused us of discrimination. "You're targeting American cards," he said seriously. "I'm reporting this." He left to find the real lounge that would honor his Discover card. There wasn't one. He spent his layover searching. Working passport control at Dublin Airport teaches patience. Last summer, an American approached my colleague holding a crumpled paper. "I need the express line," he said. The paper was a printed email confirmation. For a hotel. My colleague explained we don't have express lines at passport control. "I paid for priority," he insisted, waving the hotel email. It was a standard booking confirmation. Nothing about airport services. He pointed to a line that said, "Priority check-in available. Hotel check-in. Not airport." He'd somehow confused a 2 p.m. hotel early check-in option with airport fast track. "I specifically paid extra for this," he said, showing the rate breakdown. He'd booked a flexible rate. That's what cost extra. My colleague walked him through the email line by line. He remained unconvinced. "Why would they offer priority if it doesn't work at the airport?" he demanded. "Because hotels and airports are different entities," my colleague explained. "But I'm flying here for the hotel. he countered, like that merged their systems. He insisted the hotel coordinate with the airport because he'd paid for the service. He asked to speak to someone senior. The supervisor repeated everything. He asked for a refund from us for his hotel's flexible rate. You're both part of Irish tourism, he reasoned. He filed a complaint with the tourism board about misleading airport express lanes that don't exist. I'm a gate agent at Brussels Airport. An American once demanded a free upgrade because he had over 1 million miles. I checked his ticket. Economy. Basic economy. The lowest possible fare. No upgrade eligibility. I don't think you understand, he said. I have status. I asked which airline. All of them. I fly constantly. I asked him to show me his frequent flyer cards. He pulled out a United card. Silver status. That's the second tier. 4 levels below top. And United isn't in our airlines alliance. His million miles were total lifetime miles across all airlines, most from credit card spending, and none of them relevant to his Brussels Airlines economy ticket. I explained alliance partnerships and upgrade eligibility. He interrupted constantly. Miles are miles, he stated. They're universal. That's the whole point. I told him each airline has separate programs. That's a scam, he said flatly. He insisted airlines share a mileage pool and that his United miles must transfer. They don't. He demanded I call United to verify his status. I wasn't calling United. We're not United. I've been flying for 30 years, he said, voice rising. I know how this works. You clear standby upgrades at the gate. Yes, for eligible tickets. His basic economy ticket was ineligible for everything except a seat. Then upgrade me and I'll pay the miles difference, he suggested. We don't do mileage upgrades at the gate for basic economy. Fine, I'll pay cash. The price was €800, he paled. That's insane. In America, upgrades are like $200. At the gate, sometimes. When available. This flight was full. He stood there arguing until boarding ended, convinced I was personally scamming him out of his earned upgrade. He wrote corporate that I'd refused to honor his lifetime million-miler status. I have silver status on one airline for 8 more months. Border control at Athens airport gets interesting. An American arrived without a visa stamp, insisting he didn't need one because Greece uses the euro. That was his entire logic chain. Euro equals no visa required. I explained the Schengen visa system. He cut me off. I've been to France. I know about the Eurozone. The Eurozone and Schengen zone are different things, I said. Some overlap, but not identical. He shook his head. The EU fixed all that. It's one system now. I asked if he had a valid Schengen visa. He showed me a British visa. From 2019. Expired. Pre-Brexit. Britain's in Europe, he said, confused why this mattered. I explained Brexit. He'd heard of it but thought it was just about trade stuff. Not visas. Not borders. So I need a separate visa for every country now, he asked. No, Schengen covers most of Europe with one visa. But Britain left, and his visa expired 4 years ago anyway. Expired? It's a visa. It doesn't expire. I got approved. Visas have dates, I pointed out. He checked his visa. Saw the date. That's the issue date, he insisted. Issue dates don't expire in his mind. He argued for 20 minutes that the visa approval was permanent. They checked my background. That doesn't change. But entry permissions change. Countries change policies. His approval was for 2019 Britain, which no longer exists in the same form. This is bureaucratic nonsense, he decided. He demanded to enter and sort it out later. Not how international borders work. He missed his connection to Santorini, arguing that expired visas still count if nothing has changed about you as a person. I process VAT refunds at Munich airport. An American tried to claim a refund on a McDonald's receipt. Not a joke. He had a Big Mac receipt and genuinely wanted 14% back. I'm told Europe gives tax refunds to tourists, he said, sliding it across. I explained VAT refunds are for goods you're taking out of the country, not consumed food. I'm taking the receipt out, he said, completely serious. The receipt isn't the taxed item. The food was. The food he ate in Germany. He can't take eaten food across borders. But I paid the tax, he insisted. Yes, on food you consumed here, using our infrastructure. That's how local sales tax works everywhere, including America. But I'm not a resident. I shouldn't pay German taxes. He pays sales tax in US states he doesn't live in, I pointed out. That's different. That's America. He demanded the legal statute that prevents food VAT refunds. I showed him the EU VAT guidelines. He skimmed it, found nothing about McDonald's specifically, and claimed that meant it was allowed. If it doesn't say you can't do it, you can do it, he reasoned. That's not how laws work. Everything isn't permitted by default. He wanted a formal denial letter for his credit card company. For a Big Mac. He was going to dispute the charge because he'd been refused a legal tax refund. I'm a transfer desk agent at Amsterdam Schiphol. An American missed his connection and blamed our airport layout. His layover was 40 minutes. JFK to Amsterdam to Rome. 40 minutes. He'd booked it himself on a budget site mixing airlines. 2 separate tickets. Different terminals. 40 minutes is legal, he informed me. The website let me book it. Booking sites don't verify feasibility. They let you buy any combination. If it's not enough time, they shouldn't sell it, he argued. He'd have to clear customs, collect bags, recheck bags, change terminals, and re-clear security in 40 minutes. Impossible. I've done 40-minute connections in Dallas, he said. Domestic connections. In your home country. At an airport, you know. I explained minimum international connection times. Amsterdam recommends 2 hours for terminal changes. He scoffed. That's for old people. I move fast. He'd never been to Schiphol before. Didn't know the layout. Had no EU passport for faster lines. I'm expedited in America, he said, as if that mattered here. He insisted our airport was poorly designed because Dallas could handle quick connections. Dallas-Fort Worth is laid out completely differently. And he wasn't changing airlines or terminals there. Just put me on the next Rome flight, he demanded. Different airline, different ticket. I can't. Then you owe me a hotel. We don't. He booked separate tickets. That's his risk. This is fraud, he decided. You designed this airport to make people miss flights and buy new tickets. Our conspiracy to make you miss your budget airline connection you booked with 40 minutes yourself. The best one happened last Christmas at London Heathrow. An American tried to board a flight to Edinburgh with a hunting knife in his carry-on. Not a small pocket knife. A 6-inch fixed-blade hunting knife. Security stopped him. He was outraged. It's under 3 inches, he claimed. It was 6 inches. We measured it right there. He insisted we were measuring wrong. You're using centimeters to trick me. We used inches. He didn't believe our ruler was accurate. British inches are smaller, he said with utter confidence. No. An inch is an inch. Defined internationally. Then why does everything look smaller here? Because you're used to American portion sizes, maybe. He demanded to keep it because it was sentimental. His grandfather's knife. Touching story, but still can't board with it. What am I supposed to do with it? Mail it home. Abandon it. His choices. I'm not leaving my grandfather's knife in England, he said, like that was absurd. Mailed the knife. Cost him £400 total. For a £50 knife. When he came back through security the next day, he told me he'd reported us for arbitrary knife rules and that his senator would be looking into international weapons standards. His senator has no jurisdiction over UK airport security, but I didn't have the heart. The confidence never wavers. They're never wrong. The whole world is just poorly organized. Got stories? You know what to do.